I've already spoken at some length about Nathan Barley. I have also made a few videos about Ted Lasso, whether completely nonsensical content or my stated belief that the heart of such shows provides a way forward through the depressing reality of the world around us. Lasso's main slogan is, of course, believe. Even when he rips up a sign with the word, it's just a word. Words are not the thing in themselves, however. They are a signpost pointing to the semantic meaning behind symbolic speech. Take that and run with it to your local lit theory class, slap it on a wall with some signifiers, and call it semiotics. Whereas Ted Lasso tells us to believe and is honest and authentic in its optimism, Nathan Barley also has a catchphrase involving belief. Barley signs off his web content with peace and fucking believe.
This is Nathan Barley. This is Trash Bat. Keep feeling fascination, yeah? Looking, learning, moving on. Peace and fucking believe.
Which in the text of the show is meant to be read as cynical. The show itself is cynical about Nathan believing what he is saying, and Nathan is clearly cynically using the words in order to gain more followers and therefore amass more power in the media landscape that he inhabits. Ted Lasso shows what authentic belief within the world can do. After all, with his help and his belief in the ability of others to improve themselves, all of the characters have ended up better off from where they started. Even Nate, who I think is going to face heel turn back towards the Lasso method, has accumulated power and position based on his contact with Ted. Meanwhile, the fake belief of Nathan Barley just makes things better and better for him.
We should give Nathan Barley a column.
Yeah, because that could be like 2 columns.
2 columns.
But it annoys Dan Ashcroft to no end. That series shows that those who fake belief gain the power that they then misuse. It is a deeply cynical reading. However, as Derrida says, to pretend I actually do the thing. I have therefore only pretended to pretend. Nathan Barley pretends to believe and the world acts as if he really does. So the shows are not so opposed as one would guess from their tone and point of view. After all, Ted Lasso pretends he can coach a soccer team when he cannot even remember how the offsides rules work.
You know, I've been doing this sport now for 3 years and I still get a chuckle every time someone talks about a handball violation.
And yet his pretense, his belief, allows for all the growth that he and the other characters in the show have undergone.
Oh, man. To believe in yourself, to believe in one another, man, that's fundamental to being alive. And look, hey, if you can do that, if each of you can truly do that, can't nobody rip that apart.
So what do we do with the two-tone, the optimism of Lasso and the cynicism of Barley? The truth is that we need both perspectives. Nothing is worth doing if there isn't any chance of growth and change. Therefore, we need to look at the world through the motivating factors of improving ourselves. However, the world itself is not inhabited solely by people looking to make that change, to try and obtain the humanist goal of making life better for ourselves and all of those around us. Some people just suck. People who accumulate power, like Nathan Barley or even like Nate, say anything in order to gain that power, and those people tend to really, really specifically suck.
Because I earned this job. What's overwhelming is the confusion I feel when someone's so intelligent looking asks such a stupid question.
Those people, mostly like Barley, tend to come from generational wealth, and they know all of the right words to say. We have to watch for that because they will come on to us like Lasso, but reveal themselves to be a Barley.
Let it go, yeah? Let it go. Oh, that's tense. Just follow that tension. Around and forward. Squashy tension.
They are all about the show. Some of them, in pretending to believe, may be doing good in the world. It all depends on their motivation. Genuine motivation to uplift others and bring positive change, as exhibited by Ted Lasso, can also lead to transformative growth and meaningful connection. On the other hand, motivations driven by self-interest and the pursuit of power, as demonstrated by Nathan Barley, can result in the misuse of influence and the negative consequences for those around them. As we encounter individuals and situations in our lives, we must be cautious and attentive to their motivations and their intentions. By understanding the driving forces behind the beliefs and actions of others, we can better identify those who truly seek the betterment of themselves and others, and who may be masquerading their intentions for personal gain. Ultimately, it's through this discernment that we can navigate the world with a balanced perspective, embracing the optimism of Ted Lasso while remaining cautious of the cynical nature of Nathan Barley. It's the difference between the modified phrase, peace and fucking believe, and the simple statement of believe. One tries to tell us what to fucking do, and the other asks us to find the answer for ourselves, just as we must whenever we look at the tensions between any seemingly opposing viewpoint.
See y'all Monday?
Yeah.
Good.